I'm thinking it's like an intro music coming in.
What's good? Season 1, episode 8. It's the last one, y'all. Say the best for last. Best for last. Got my friend Big Quay sisters in the building. Got the twin to the left-hand side, and then it was good.
Hey, y'all.
Got Big D to the right. Got Big Meech to the other right, next to the sister and shit like that. Alright, so I've been telling y'all a little bit about her throughout this season. But her sisters is here. So we want, do not lie, y'all. God is watching. Mm-hmm. Y'all sister is watching. Who y'all favorite sister? You first. Who your favorite sister?
Where my favorite sister at? Ooh.
Who your favorite sister?
Is my favorite sister even here?
Ooh.
I'm not going to say favorite.
Why not?
Because there's no favorite, but the one I'm most compatible with is like no longer here.
Damn. How about you? Who your favorite sister?
I don't have a favorite either.
No? Most compatible then?
I feel like I'm most compatible with all of them, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. How about you?
Well, I'm looking for real with y'all. No, but I have a sister for literally everything, like every aspect. So, like, Didi is a fun sister. Misha, she's a funny sister. Boo Boo, she was the, like, helping sister, and then et cetera, et cetera.
I was trying to stir the pot a little bit. That's why I asked y'all who the sister.
Gonna happen.
All right, so which I would need y'all to do for me.
Yeah.
I want everybody to tell me individually your relationship, your bond with Quay. Whoever want to go first could go first.
Oldest to youngest.
All right, Didi, go ahead.
Oh, y'all being like, stop. Relationship wise, well, growing up, right, it was me, and then my father did whatever he did, right, and got with her mother, and then it was her, but then did whatever he did and got back with my mother, and it became her.
Right.
So growing up, they always like put me and her in a room or in a car, or made us like be together, put the other two, which was like her and Brittany, together. She was probably by herself a lot until Angel came. So relationship-wise, I always felt like we had this like twin thing. Like we always made sure like we always agreed on almost everything growing up, like clothes-wise, hairs, like whatever. So the relationship was really good to me. Like it was awesome. One of the best relationships I ever had with anybody. So she made it very easy. You know, she didn't do all of that back and forth stuff. She really always made me feel like a big sister. Like she didn't do that thing with me that most sisters would do. Like, oh, you think you run this, da da da. She didn't do that with me. She really like let me say what I had to say and vice versa. So the relationship was a good relationship. Great relationship.
All right, middle sister, hold it down.
I can agree with what Dee said. Me and Boo Boo relationship. I can go to her and talk to her about anything. I felt like she understood me more. We understood each other more. We thought alike. Like she would take the words right out of my mouth. So 9 times out of 10, I'll go to her first to talk about something to see if I'm wrong or whatever, because they say I got the worst attitude. So, and 9 times out of 10, she's agreeing with me. But yeah, Boo Boo definitely was the big sister to me. Whenever Dee wasn't around, which Dee is always around, but I live far now, so she'll come to my house every weekend just to spend time with me, especially when I was pregnant with my second born, Ayuri. And, she know I'm a homebody, so she catered to, like, she bent in a way to around me and what I was comfortable with. So she'll come to my house all the time and just sit, chill, eat crab legs.
That sounds like us a little bit. Like.
Sis, I'm stopping at Shop right here around the corner. You want some crab legs? You want some crab legs? Yes, sure. Whatever. So yeah, me and Boo Boo, that's my babe, my Scorpio twin.
Oh, you a Scorpio too? When your birthday?
November 21st.
Oh, right.
10 days apart. So.
What? All right, baby sis, twin, hold it down.
She was the mellow sister, calm sister, the motivational sister. Out of all of us, she was the first one to go to college. So with me not knowing like where to go or like what to do as far as college, she was like the one I would go to like you know talk about that type of stuff with. Like I said, every sister have like hold a special place within me. Like I could go to every sister for something.
Right.
She was real motivational. She was always like a helping hand, not to just her family, but to people outside of us. Like her job itself was helping people.
Right.
Always helping.
Y'all papa was a Rolling Stone like mine, so
I love it though.
me too.
He made sure we was together.
All right,
out of
so
all of it.
Shout out to Dara Boy.
Dr. Love.
Did his big one.
all right, so y'all, we about to shift gears, get into it for real. So, do y'all remember where y'all were when y'all found out when everything transpired? You remember where you was at when everything happened? You
Absolutely.
remember? If you can run it down for us, whoever want to do it.
I'll do it. So when I got the call, big sis, D called me. I was home, sleep. I was pregnant. So I was home sleeping. I think, how many times you called me? Did I pick up on the first ring? So probably like twice, right? And then I picked up the second ring or whatever. Had to be like 1 Sunday in the morning at that time, right? Like 1 Sunday in the morning. I was home, sleep, pregnant. And Dee called me. Like we all tight. So if she not getting in contact with Boo Boo, she gonna call me or vice versa, or whatever. So she called me and ran it down like this is what's going on, this is what's happening. And I looked on my social media page and I got the same phone call, but I didn't get the phone call technically because me and the girl that called, we were the friends, so it was going to my spam box.
Right.
So I was on the phone with Dee the whole time, and I was, we just talking and walking us through, what Dee about to do, or, and I'm just calling. Then I get on the phone and call other people like to help, go over there with Dee to see about everything. But I already kind of knew what it was.
Right.
I already knew what it was.
All right, and in those moments, right, because it's like, I don't know about everybody who's watching this, but I know us sitting at this table, we all knew, considering from, the close friends and shit that she probably just was telling us or whatever like that. So when you, like, did y'all think it would come to this? Like, considering, like, everything that's been going on over the course of her being with him, did y'all ever think it'd come to this?
No.
How about you?
Definitely
50-50.
Underestimated the whole situation.
Right. And when she posted, we don't have to talk about specifics. Oh, y'all, if y'all don't mind or whatever like that. When she posted those text messages in the close friends, how were y'all feeling? And like when y'all saw that.
As for me, it was like, that's why I said 50-50, because it's like there were hints, there were ideas, but it wasn't taken seriously.
Right.
But it wasn't taken seriously from her either. So when a person is giving you like, signs like something is happening, but at the same time, like they're not taking it as serious.
Or downplaying it.
Everybody around them is going to take it like slight. So when it was like a Monday, like that, she died Wednesday or Thursday?
Thursday.
It was me, Dee, and her talking on like a FaceTime call. And we was just talking about it like it was regular. And then she was like laughing about it. I'm like, bro, like let's stop. Like let's cut that short right now.
Right.
So it hits deeper now because somebody that loved her so much took her.
Right.
So
Well, quote unquote, loved her.
Right.
What would you say? What was your question?
You see how, this episode, this season, it's funny because this happens to every single person. I always say, like, the trauma really have you like, what the fuck was I about to say? Like, you really be forgetting shit. But
I'm glad she asked it first.
what the hell did I say? Oh, the close friends thing. Like, when you saw that.
When I saw the close friends thing, see, I take close friends as, for me, close friends is who you want to know what's going on. Sometimes you don't want them to comment, you want them to see, right? I don't want everybody saying the same thing because I posted on my regular before if I want comments. So when she did that, boom, 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 she did whatever she did. She immediately came to my house right after. So when she got there, I'm like, yo. She was like, no, like, I'm for real. I'm like, well, if you for real, we need to start the restraining orders. We need to we need to figure out where these kids going, because though I know my sisters be playing, I'ma always take it there.
Right.
I'ma always take it there. We could laugh about it later. But right now, I still need to know, where are we getting a restraining order? Who did you tell? And one thing for sure, when I be like, who did you tell? Oh, I'm telling. Next you know, they done told my brother. They start telling people. Like, it was so crazy because right when the close friends was happening, I think that night or the day before, my brother pulled up regularly, come pulling up. Next you know, she's outside with him, talking to him. Gave him the full scoop. So she was telling everybody. Which I'm pretty sure was super difficult for her because she's such a quiet person. She don't like people. She don't want too many people in her business. So it was this whole thing that if she's telling you there's a problem, she probably don't know how to assess the problem, right? And also she didn't want us to get too involved where like I said, we're going to take it straight there. We want to take I don't know how to diffuse my emotions when somebody is making these type of threats towards my sister, but she also don't want her, none of us don't want our spouse to be looked at crazy at the next family function. So it's like you be, a little cute about what you're saying, but it's like, girl, don't have us in balance because, we're gonna just take it straight there. When I seen it, she came, we talked about it, and we just was I just was asking her, who's gonna get Nova, we see where Zion at, but we need to get some things in writing. Because I'm going to go straight there with you. That's one thing about me. Whatever you're going through, I'm going to go through it with you. We need some answers. And she said, she was saying what she was saying or whatever. But she went home. She still went home. So I think she went home a couple of nights after that. But every day, she still came back to my house.
Right.
So it was like, all right. It was just crazy because it was like, each day you still had another day with her, but she still went home. So nobody never thought that she wasn't going to come back to anybody function or house Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So
y'all know the crazy thing though? Like when she posted that in the close friends, right? Usually I feel like we always was playing, like it don't matter what we going through, we making a joke about that shit, like laughing about it. But when she posted this, I have another friend who had a similar situation. The baby father killed himself though. He didn't do anything to her, but considering that I was like kind of in that situation when not in it, but I'm knowing about something like that. So immediately I told her like, yo, take this shit serious. And I told her about her. And she's like, yeah, I took Nova. We left the house, blah, blah, blah. But considering how it kind of died down, like we wasn't talking about it every single day. I thought like, all right, maybe he just, it's not normal, but it's common. A lot of niggas are, I'll kill you, blah, blah, blah. Right. And I feel like us too, as women, I'm not saying us sitting at this table, but just women in general, like they take that like, oh, this nigga really love me. He's saying he gonna kill me. So I'm thinking like, all right, we ain't talk about it no more. And I think y'all niece had the graduation the day before. So like it was like I ain't thinking nothing of it. So like then when it happened, it's like, damn. So like when that happened, right? And y'all like kind of think back, do y'all feel like it was like signs there that he would actually one day really do it, or it wasn't until it actually happened where y'all realized, like, damn, this nigga was for real. Like,
it wasn't until it actually happened.
Yeah, until it actually happened.
It was situations before that that occurred where she was just his helping hand.
Right.
Like, we knew what she wanted as far as, like, for Nova, as far as keeping him around, but we all knew she didn't want to be with him.
Right.
We all knew that she was tired of him. He did so much to her to the point where she had a turning point where she was like, all right, I'm over it. But she knew just out of the sake of her child father, she wanted him to be around. So
one thing I didn't know was like the hand putting. I didn't know he ever had put his hands on her though. I know that was something in the close friends too, right?
Yeah,
she put that up there.
I think so.
I think she did too.
I think she did. So that's one thing I didn't know. But like, it wasn't until it happened. Did we just realize that we became a family of a person from of domestic violence. For real, for real.
All right, so when y'all, like, you kind of think back, like, damn, she went through this, whatever, like that. And then it's like, y'all are here now, and y'all got the kid, like, you know, y'all see the kids still. So it's like, how is that? Usually it's like she was always there with the kids, and now it's like she's not. So it's like, how is that for y'all, like, being around the kids without her?
For me, it's an everyday struggle. Like, girl, your daughter is a mess. Like, she is off
First
the
of
hook.
all,
I'm
don't
keep
do my
it a
daughter,
bean.
okay?
Like,
She was off the hook even with
Yeah,
her. Like,
she was
we
right,
were all
right.
be on
So,
FaceTime.
but you know, moms like to mellow things out. Like, she's just she's crying because she's
Right.
hungry. So it'd be like, well, mom, get it. You feel me?
Right.
But now, mom isn't here for that. So it's like, you know, we was definitely put in a position where we no questions, no nothing. We had to just go jump, you know, dive into something that we never. I mean, it happened before. We lost an aunt that
Same way?
child had to wind up staying, you know, bitty or whatever. So it's like we hear about situations, people losing their mother at early
Right.
ages, but now it's us.
But from the heinous crime,
Right.
that was not.
Right.
That is different from big
The crime
situ-
is different, so you
But-
definitely. But the situation is like the same. It's a child that biologically is not ours.
Right.
Both kids, and we have to do what we would do for our kids. Period.
Right.
Yeah, I think I
So-
have the guilt of just knowing what type of mother my sister was, and knowing that I would never, or no one would ever be able to fulfill that for
Right.
neither one of her kids, and just watching my nephew be so strong, the strong person he is, like. I'm breaking down more than the son is. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, you know, like just seeing Zion have to be this almost little boy grown man already at the age he is, and then knowing that Nova has no parents.
Right.
So at times I wish it was like me, like I could have took that bullet for her. At least my kids would have had their father,
Right.
and Nova would have had her mother, at least one of her parents.
Right. You got anything to say, twin, or you good?
For me, being the aunt that I am, it's a struggle with 15 nieces and nephews.
Damn, y'all deep as set.
No, but like, for me, it's like, cause okay, so me and Boo Boo always talked about, cause everybody and their moms know that I do not want kids.
For real?
I do not want kids.
You got enough, though. You got enough nieces and nephews, right?
Zach, they have the kids for me. But like we talked about, if I ever was to have kids, she would be my surrogate. But now that she's not here, I just instantly thought like, Nova, my daughter. Like, don't get me wrong, they all my kids, but Nova, she needs that one-on-one individual, like,
Right.
attention, because she don't have it. She only had it for a year, which she would probably never remember.
Right.
All she's gonna see is the videos and the pictures, but that's not gonna be enough for her. So growing up around like Tavi and Cabri, like, she's only one.
Right.
So I feel like she definitely just will always need that attention.
And you mentioned guilt, right? That kind of was my next question. Like, I know personally for me, like, I feel like anybody close to me that passed, whether it was my brother, my cousins, anybody who died, it's like something about it that I kind of blame myself. Even though I ain't have shit to do with it, it's nothing that I could have done. How do y'all feel as far as, like, do y'all feel guilt towards yourself in this situation, considering I feel like none of us took this shit as seriously as it ended up being?
Definitely. Definitely. Because I'm always in a business. Like, I'm always trying to, let's go, you know, this not good for you. Shit don't be good for me, you know? And she be the first one there. My other sister be the first one there, like, pulling me up out of something. And that's just where it's like, I ain't want to run her away, you know, trying to, like, be, no, you staying here,
Right,
da-da-da-da. Like, I wanted her to make her own decision, but once it happened, I'm like, I should have locked my motherfucking door. Like, no, you staying the night with me. I don't want to hear shit. You staying with me, you know? So it was like, I felt like I should have put on my big sister pants that night. I was holding her hostage already by lying, talking about something. Yeah, we going out. Wait a couple more minutes. We're here with me. Take another drink. It's all right. Well, I got her only reason for going back home was for Nova. He got my baby.
Right.
Other than that, she like, I would have packed my clothes. I would have just came. I would have went with you to the gym 5 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
If I don't make it to the gym with you tomorrow 5, I promise you I'm coming with you Tuesday. Like, I'm, you know, like this. Let me get this let me get this planning together as far as Nova, and her father got to be working at 5 o'clock, all this crazy stuff. So it was like, let me get her scheduling together, and then we gonna do that.
Right.
So
I think my guilt come in where like normalizing a lot of the stuff that she was texting about or saying. Just making it like, you're human,
Right.
you whether you go back, I'm with you. Whether you decide to move forward, I'm with you. Another thing was like, she had texted me, like I was doing intern for DaQuasha at the time, and she had just started working at the new job. She was working with helping people with youth with HIV and stuff like that, find housing. So she had sent me some text messages, but I never got to them. I didn't really go back and read the text messages until after everything had happened. And she had mentioned about him trying to set the house on fire with her in it. And I'm like beating myself up like now constantly, because at that point in time, I would have been told you to leave.
Right.
I would have been like, and the day she did it in her close friends, she mentions that stuff in her close friends. I DM'd her like, boo-boo, you putting this stuff on blast. This is serious.
For real.
Especially me we've been around domestic violence. Technically, me and my sister fight. That's domestic violence.
Right.
But working for DaQuasha and coming around other families who actually are in domestic violence and in shelters, hiding, safe and sound shelters, hiding out, I'm like, you really need to find an exit plan.
Right.
Like, this is serious. You putting this out on blast. If he sees this is a trigger for him. Like, I was that serious. Like, I was telling her how serious it was. And then after that, I just started to actually, like, become, like, what's the word? Like having, like, almost like an attitude or issue with her, to be honest. Like, I wouldn't even want to talk to her, especially if it's about him or nothing like that. I started
one thing about her,
like, I'm so emotional involved.
When she feel like stupidity is playing a role, she like, I ain't fucking talking to these people. like I'm an emotional thinker, and I try to protect any and all my siblings, sisters, brothers, cousins. It doesn't matter. I'll die. I'll take whatever it is that somebody trying to give them. I'll take that. And I remember that day. That Wednesday, Boo Boo had came to Dee Dee's house, and me and Dee was on FaceTime, and she walked to the kitchen. She was like, hey, sis. I was like, hey, whatever case may be, but I didn't say nothing more, but that's because I already had, like, built up animosity, like, when the fuck is you gonna leave? Like, so now, when that happened, it's like,
Right.
Like, I just guilt about that, like, damn, I started not to stop speaking to my sister in a midst. She probably didn't know, because I just shut down. Shut down. Like, but if I didn't feel that type of way, I would have spoken and had a longer conversation with my sister versus the hi sis or whatever case may be. But I already was feeling some other way.
Yeah, it be like that though, because I ain't gonna hold you. Nobody know this. It's my first time saying this shit too. My brother, before he died, y'all won't believe what the fuck I was mad at him for. This nigga forgot to tell me happy birthday. I was mad as shit
It be
at him.
like that.
I was mad as shit at him.
Take
My birthday,
very
for real.
serious.
My birthday in March, right? His birthday July. His birthday came in July. I ain't tell that nigga happy birthday neither, but I was with him. Like, I'm around him and shit. Don't say it. I'm gonna say maybe it was probably like 4 days after his birthday and shit. We just around each other. I'm mad though. Like, kind of like how you just said, how you described it. It was literally just like that. Like, I'm talking to him, but I'm like, fuck this nigga. This nigga ain't tell me happy birthday. Like, fuck out of here. Then that next year in February, he died. And that shit had me like, damn, I was really mad at him for that. And granted, it's deep. But it's like, life is short, but you don't know how short it is until that shit hit you. Like,
I just wanted her to be out. Like, I was ready for her to let me know what she wanted to do. I know, she sugarcoated a lot of the situations and downplayed it. And again, I didn't even read my text messages when she did send them text messages about him lighting the stove on fire and leaving her in the house with Nova, when she was pregnant with Nova at that time. So I was just beating myself up a lot about that. Like, damn, she sat right here and told me and texted me all this stuff, but I didn't even get the chance to see it, to talk to her about it, walk her through it. or anything. So
Yeah, I think we definitely a few of us definitely got those screenshots, but it was so many.
Oh, okay, you got it.
It was
Okay.
I had did something. I think I had fixed her hair, and she was like, she was talking, she was texting him.
Okay.
And I was like, you know, she was like, now you want to be back with me now? Like, I'm over it. But when people downplay stuff, they tell you all the great things that somebody's doing for them. They never telling you the bad things. So when she did say like the things that she was describing, I'm like, so what is it? What is his issue with you? You know how I am, how I don't talk a lot, how he don't like that part. You know how I don't he don't like how I just like sometimes he feel like I still think one-minded like about me and Zion. He don't like that part. And I'm like, oh, well, you got to be open. I'm like, you got to open up more. You probably just got to da-da-da. But I'm only going off what you telling me. She sent the screenshots or whatever. I'm like, bruh.
Sick bastard.
You ain't never say this. She's like, yeah, it's like that. Girl. Like, and I've been through some domestic violence. Like, I've been through it.
Right.
So, and then to see, like, this your first year. And you went through the hiatus.
Yep.
Of the domestic violence. Like, he took it straight there with 0 to 100. 0 to 100. She just was telling everybody that weekend what was going on.
Right.
Thursday, she out of here. That's crazy.
But you know what's crazy to me, though? Like, oh, my bad, twin. Do you hold any guilt?
Yes and no, but more towards, like, closer to our death date. I say no because I'm the last person anybody would come to and talk to because I'm the youngest sister. So it's like, they might not think that I know stuff, may not think, they might just see me as the child that they see me growing up as, which is fine too.
I be telling you about when he used to be acting up. You used to be right there.
Who?
Your brother.
Which one?
Oh, shit. All right, before we get up out of here, message to y'all sister. Whoever want to go first. Anything that you wish you could have told her, you didn't get the chance to.
Man, your daughter is.
First of all, leave my daughter out of this. Leave Nova out of it. Go ahead, hold it down.
Bro, you just left the mark on me personally. I'm only speaking for myself today. You left a big mark. So to experience 23 years of just my life, it was just the most amazing thing. Like, we never fought before. We never even argued before. I appreciate you for everything that you've shown me, being a great mother, being a great sister, just a role model, public figure in general. Thank you for motivating me. Thank you for just everything. Every day I pray to see you in my dreams, and hopefully you'll show up one day. But Nova crazy, bro. I mean, I know that, but like,
she been crazy
just
though.
Based on the FaceTime calls and everything, bro. Like, I knew Boo Boo was just like, Nova, sit down, Nova this. I'm just like, bro, leave my niece alone. And now that I'm actually experiencing it, I'm like, dang,
Nova,
bro.
sit down. Yeah, I talked to her a lot. I always really told her everything I felt. She was such a gentle person. She was super gentle with me, so I'ma always be like looking for that person to be like so soft with me. So, it's not really much to really tell her because I always told her, right? Always told her what it was. So,
I just miss your presence, and that's about it. Cause I like Dee Dee said, we constantly talk. Me and Boo always talked. The least we talked, the amount of time we talked was like when I was going through internship and when she was starting her new job. Right. And, schedules started to clash and stuff like that. But you're amazing. You are missed. And I'm lost without you.
Y'all want to hear something crazy? Every day, right? On the clock, I shit you not, I see 11/11 every day. If y'all don't know, that's her birthday. And I see 1/11 too. When we get off here, y'all could Google 1/11, 11/11, right? And then when I do see these dates, I kind of be on some manifestation shit. Like, in that time, I say little shit, and it's like I'm talking to her, because I'm like, all right, she here, she watched. This is your birthday, first of all, so I know that's you. And I kind of like, whatever I'm trying to plan or whatever like that, I say whatever I'm saying, and then I bring y'all up. I be like, yo, protect your sisters, your kids, your family, shit like that. we love you, we miss you, then it be over, and then some good shit happen. Like, every time. Like,
really?
That shit be crazy. Like,
I see it a lot too. 11/11 or 11/21.
Yeah.
11/21. That's
11/11.
your birthday. Oh, y'all 10 days apart. 11/20. That's my little cousin birthday. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's 2 days after my mother. But thank y'all for coming through.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Y'all
having
made
us.
it, y'all.
I wish we had some longer time.
I wish y'all did too. We might gotta do a live or some shit like that. Make the people pay for that one. Pay like y'all way. But yo, remember her name was Bella Blanca, right? On the gram. Like when I post shit, I be like, "Long live Bella Blanca," shit like that. So before we get up out of here, I need all y'all to say that shit. I go first. Long live Bella Blanca in the building. We got Big D in the building. Next,
Long
Big
live
Sis.
Bella Blanca.
Long live Bella Blanca.
Shout out to my girl Bella Blanca, bro.
And what y'all be saying again? Strike a what?
Strike a pose.
Alright, let me see y'all strike a pose one time before we get up out of here. Alright, Big Quay sisters in the building. Say the best for last, like I said. Again, long live Bella Blanca. Peace out, y'all.